Alright guys, out here in my garage again. We've got some pretty big updates on the motorcycle. So for my motorsport tech class, obviously you guys know we're rebuilding, cleaning up, repainting, repairing my flat track racing motorcycle. And in this video, my manufacturing processes class is going to see some stuff as well. So just giving you guys kind of an update on what's going on with this thing. So what we're going to be working on today is getting the seat and tail section area repaired, right? So it's made out of fiberglass, and you know, inevitably in motorcycle racing you crash, and I have wrecked this thing a few times. You know, each time you wreck, usually cracks the fiberglass. I've repaired this fiberglass half a dozen times already, but it needs it again. So what we'll end up doing is we'll sand the paint down and then prep it for fiberglass. I've got some fiberglass cloth and some epoxy resin, and it's a good, you know, example of what you could do in either my motorsport class on the racing go-kart, or in previous years in my manufacturing processes class. We've done some fiberglass work as part of our polymers and plastics unit, right? So we deal with all sorts of materials: wood, metal, plastic, and polymers, and or composites. And this fiberglass tail section is considered a composite material. So that's what we're going to be working on in this video. More importantly, a good friend of mine that I race with let me have this fuel tank to try it out to see if it fits, right? So the stock fuel tank, I'll show you guys. This is the stock fuel tank for that motorcycle. It's made out of steel. The capacity is very high for fuel. It was this bike was an enduro motorcycle, so it was made for going longer distances off-road, right? So you can see the size comparison, right? You can see the difference. And not only that, right? This is made out of steel. That is made out of fiberglass. And much lighter, much narrower, and it looks pretty good too. So we're going to, at some point, get some fuel in that, double check whether it holds fuel. We're going to need to get some fuel petcocks for it. Those are the valves that turn the fuel on and off. So there's a few things with that we're going to have to do. We have to build a mount for it. It bolts onto the frame from the center. So we're going to have to build a mount for that. So there's some good things that we're going to have to do here. On the other side of the motorcycle, I today machined at the school a foot peg mount. So I'll probably throw a little clip of that in this video as well, so you can see it, and as well as a picture. I did that mainly for my CAM, my computer-aided manufacturing class. Okay, so we'll get the seat off. We're going to go out into my workshop out back, get it sanded down and prepped for fiberglass. Okay guys, so bringing you back live time here. We've got the seat and tail section sanded down in some of the problem areas, right? There's a few cracks here, one here, there, and then a big one here that we're going to have to repair. And I sanded the paint down on the outside, and we'll lay a few layers on the outside, and then a lot of the reinforcement is going to be in the inside. We'll layer that up pretty heavily. So I've got my fiberglass cloth laid out here on this bench, We have some epoxy resin here with some hardener in this little cup here. And when I'm ready, okay, then we'll paint on some of the epoxy resin and then stick on our strips of fiberglass cloth. I'm going to pre-cut quite a few of these sheets just so that I have enough. Because when I get that epoxy resin on my gloves, it's like tar and feathers. It sticks to everything. Okay? I am wearing gloves. I am wearing long sleeves. I am wearing safety glasses. Really, I would also benefit from wearing a mask. Would help as well. Fiberglass is not great to breathe in. And at the same effect, it does irritate my skin a little bit. So making sure, some safety factor stuff here is to have gloves on, eye protection, long sleeves, the whole works. Best in a well-ventilated area. Okay? So I'm going to switch you guys back to a time lapse and start to cut some more of this out. The mixture of this epoxy resin is fairly important. It says in the back here that about 1 ounce of resin is equal to 10 drops of the hardener. Okay, so we need to try to hit that ratio. Or if we don't, we could end up not having the resin set, and the hardener doesn't actually harden the resin, and then it's just sticky and tacky. Or if we go the other way and add too much hardener, it will cure so fast that it's too quick to work with it. Okay, so I'm going to switch you guys back to time lapse and get some of this stuff fiberglassed up. Alright guys, so I've got the first coat of fiberglass and resin on there. This will probably be enough for the outside, and then we'll come back and we'll do the inside when this is all cured and ready to go. We'll end up sanding all this down so it blends in and it's smooth, and we'll repaint the seat and the tail section here and get it back on the motorcycle. We'll catch you later, guys.